Great people, welcome to NameTech channel. My name is Nehemiah and I'm happy to have you on board. This is lesson 8 on Django, and we are going to talk about the 404 error, or rather page not found. But then before we begin, please take a minute, subscribe, like and share the video to your friends if you have not done so. Now without further ado, let's begin tackling a page not found. And this error usually come when you try to access a page which does not exist. So Django usually directs you to a built-in view that handles the 404 error, which I'll talk about how to customize this error in a few. So guys, let's navigate to our project directory, and then mine is at the desktop, and then let me open it. Then here the URL, let me type in cmd. Then let me hit enter. First of all, let's activate the virtual environment by typing scripts, and then a backslash, then activate should be activate dot.bat. Then let's hit enter to activate the virtual environment. And then now to run the server, we're going to say pi, and then manage.py, then run server. Run server. Then let's hit enter so that it may generate for us the URL. And then what we do, let me copy the URL. Then let's go to our browser. And then in the browser, let's paste the code, the URL there. Then let's hit enter. And then basically you can see we get these, we modified the root directory in the previous tutorial. But then now let's try to access the page which does not exist. Let me try to type in perhaps NameTech. NameTech. We know that NameTech page does not exist, but then let's try to access it. Then guys, basically you can see that it gives you this error, but then this is not the actual 404 error that Django should direct you. But then when you get this error like this, it means that the debug is set to true in your setting, and you must set it to false to get directed to the 404 template. Now basically this is done by the setting. In the setting.py is actually in our project directory, and then it is here. This project directory, it is the tutorial. Then you can see you can have the settings here, and then again basically we can see that the debug is set to true. So we must set it to false so that Django may direct us to the 404 template. So what I do, let me change it to false, and then here to specify that the basically the host name, we are gonna say, because it's a local host. Let me type in this asterisk, actually asterisk inside the quotation mark, and then what we do, let's check, let's run the server again. Let's type in pi manage.py. Then what we do, let's say run server. Then let me hit enter. I think this is the spelling for run server. And then what we do, let's try to refresh the page again. Let's try to refresh, and then guys, basically you can see that it Django directs us to the 404 template, the not found. Actually the requested resource was not found on this server. So guys, basically this is how you can change the setting to false and allow the project to run from your local host. For example, if you had uploaded on the server, you could use your host name there. Now basically guys, let's now talk about on how to customize this template so that it may give us something that we want. Now basically Django will look for a file named the 404.html in the templates folder, and display it when there is 404 error. If that file does not exist, and then Django shows the not found that you can see here. But then now to customize this message, we have to do it. We have to create the file in the templates folder and name it perhaps 404.html, and fill it with and perhaps you can write it to whatever we want. So what you do, let's navigate there to these members, and then let me to the templates again, Then perhaps let me create a file called 404.html, 404.html. Then type in exclamation mark, then hit enter to generate the HTML snippet here. And then to the head, I can give it something like let me say wrong address, something like a wrong address. The title, and then let me type in h1 here, h1, and then perhaps let me say something like oops. Let me say then here, let me say now the paragraph, let me say something like the file, or let me say the page you are the page you are looking does not exist. Check the URL again correctly, or you can type in any other name. It doesn't have to be like this one. So what we do, let's go to the browser, then let me run again, let me refresh. Then guys, basically you can see it say oops, the page you are looking does not exist. Check the URL correctly. So guys, basically this is how you can do it. This is how you can customize the 404 template. So basically this is what I wanted to show you in this tutorial. Thank you so much for your time. Please consider subscribing if you have not done so, and that the returning subscribers, I really appreciate you so much. Until next time, this is Nehemiah. Goodbye.